Minecraft just announced the name of the next drop, the Copper Age, and during that announcement I realized there really are a lot of copper blocks in this game. There's so many that I could probably build a house using only copper blocks, right? Well, let's find out. Alright, so we have every copper block right here. It's really a pretty big selection of blocks. You know, there's obviously like the ones that say copper, and then we got like lightning rod and like the ore and like lantern and chains and all that. It seems like a lot, and it is, but like at the same time, like you kind of have to cut this list in half because like the waxed versions don't really count, you know? It's like the same block. So we do have a lot of blocks, but there's not a whole lot of like contrast. So I'm not sure how we're gonna really build a house using only these colors, but we'll see, I guess. I don't know. I'll try to figure something out. I think I'm just gonna start by getting like some kind of shape out, and then I'll figure out what I'm doing after, because I kind of have an idea, but nothing too like specific. It's gonna be really hard to make it not look flat with like this few blocks, but I'll try. Make some kind of attempt here. I'm really trying here. I'm trying to make like something kind of interesting, and I'm not sure how. Because I think the only way this build is going to be cool is if like the shape and like scale and everything is kind of cool, because the like texturing is going to look flat regardless what I do. At least I think. I don't know. So I'm trying here. I'm just going to get the kind of walls up to the shape I want and just try to see if I like it or not. Okay, I don't know. Usually I'd say trust the process here. I don't know if I'm trusting the process, so I don't know if I can tell you to trust the process or not. I'm just gonna get kind of the shape I want out in like full blocks here, and we'll see if it looks good or not. I think that's kind of the plan. Like, you know what I mean? Like, something like that. I think I kind of like the shape that we're going for here. I think it just needs a bit of work, obviously. I don't know about these colors, by the way. I just kind of used different copper to kind of differentiate like the sections here, but I might just kind of do the same block. I don't know. Yeah, I think like the shape so far, I might make this part a bit taller. Just kind of match the scale a bit more, because this one part is kind of tall, but I don't know. We'll see. Again, I'm just kind of filling in the shape here to get an idea of what I'm building. All right, I think we're getting there. I'm gonna make this whole thing one taller though, I think. Yeah, something like that. I actually kind of like that shape. I have no idea how I'm supposed to texture this though. Obviously I'll put like stairs and everything off of the roof, but yeah, I like it, I think. I kind of wanted like a crane coming out of here or something, just for some like, kind of fill the space up. Add a bit of like, I don't know, just something to look at, I guess. Something like that kind of coming out and then would hang down. But I think I like this as like the general plan for the shape. I kind of want this roof to be a bit taller, but I don't think. It's not bad. Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to really do a lot of texturing and kind of like detail work with just this palette here. Obviously they'll texture nice together, but that's kind of the problem. There's no way to make like a good separation really, which is kind of an issue. There's not much contrast really, like darkness and stuff. I'll think about it. I kind of want a foundation layer over here too, but I really don't know how I'm supposed to do that with just these blocks. So I'll mess around with some stuff, I guess. See what I can do. Man, that kind of works as like a foundation layer, I think. Maybe some trapdoors. I'm just trying to figure out ways to like separate this bottom part with just copper. That's not bad. Yeah, maybe something like that. I'm not exactly sure yet. You know, it's kind of, you know, kind of a rough outline, you know. All right, I think we're getting somewhere. Maybe. Maybe not. But I like to believe we're in somewhere at least. Now what? If I were to put a door, I don't know if I want like a kind of porch layer here or not. I feel like I do, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna try to get the shape of the roofs out first, actually. I feel like that's kind of easier. Okay, wait a minute, we're getting there. Something like that for the shape of this. I kind of want to slope down but kind of gradually, and it gets like shallower as it gets to the bottom. I can't really speak, I don't know why, but I think you know what I mean. Kind of connects there. Looks pretty good. Just fill this in. I'm gonna texture all this later with like different copper variants and stuff. But all right, I think it's coming along. And I got this top part, which I'm gonna of course use oxidized. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that or not. I kind of like the split, so I think I'm gonna keep it, but we'll see. All right, I like that shape. Just gotta kind of extend it back now because I kind of did it wrong at first. Photo. All right, it's kind of the shape for the house itself. I'm about done. I'm gonna add like more stuff coming out to the sides, like kind of overhangs, windows, that kind of stuff. Just kind of filling it out a bit because obviously it looks very empty right now. A lot of this is gonna be making the silhouette and the shape look good because I can't really get that many details with the blocks, but I think it's an interesting challenge. Yeah, I'm trying to get the shape in for this like crane sort of thing. I don't know. I have already a really specific kind of like idea in mind for this, like just kind of how it connects. So I just want to make sure I get the shape right, basically. Like, something like that. Looks kind of thick in the middle, but I don't know. Trapdoors, maybe? I like that, I think. I don't know. Maybe not. Something like that. I think I like that. I think that's a decent shape. This looks kind of thick here. Maybe that. Maybe I'll texture it a bit. It'll look better. I don't know. I'm kind of struggling with this a bit. Not gonna lie. All right, I like that. I'm gonna stop touching it. But yeah, I think I like that shape. I like the crane. Honestly, I really like how this is coming out. It just kind of depends on if I can get enough details in to kind of mix it up a bit and make it less plain looking, I guess. Now I gotta figure out if I want like a patio here or not. Like, I feel like I kind of do, but that's just another like massive copper that I need to figure out how to detail. But I think I do want something like that. Maybe we could do some trapdoors to kind of, I don't know. I'll figure it out, I guess. But I think I do want a patio. A little front porch sort of thing. And maybe we could take the chiseled. All right, some of this in there. You know what? It's not bad. It's obviously copper, but that's the video. Staircase here, I guess. All right, I really like the shape of this build, honestly. All right, so we'll get a door here and like difficulty to peaceful, you know. You have a door here. Maybe go for like a kind of big door. Maybe go for like a circular window up here, maybe. I'm just trying to think of like a way to make this look kind of industrial, sort of, because I think that's the best way that copper is going to kind of pass in this build. I think I like that. I could put a smaller window here. I actually really like that. Of course, I have a window up here. I'm going to make this a bit smaller on the sides, too. Maybe slabs up there. That looks good. Kind of makes that a bit more separate. I'll get a window on the side. And then I think this like small part is done other than texturing. I like the shape and the detail and the windows and everything. All right, let's mix some of these like cut copper blocks around. And then I'm gonna go through and add a bit of like just the lowest level of oxidation, the exposed copper, because I think if I do any bluer, then it'll kind of mesh too much with this. So maybe I'll save that for later and use like a spot of it or two around, but not too much of it. But that's not bad. And of course we get some lanterns around too. Maybe I can do that right now. The problem is we don't get glass, which kind of sucks. We can put those on chains too, because copper chains. Really diverse blocks, and obviously with the types of blocks, you have basically every shape of block here. For the most part, so like I guess fences and walls, but it kind of just lets you do a lot as long as you can work within the limited palette. But now we gotta solve the problem of our lack of windows, and I have 2 ideas for this. Well, I guess 3 ideas actually. I could either use trapdoors, bars, or I could use the grates. So we'll see what looks better. Obviously, I won't use the full orange ones because they'll kind of like blend in too much, so we'll have to look at everything else. By the way, I have tick speed frozen on this world, so, you know, this isn't gonna oxidize. I did think of that. All right, so here are window options. We could do something like that. That's not that bad, but this might look better. I think it does. Maybe a bit bluer. I like that, I think. Or we could do this. That is probably the best, actually. I like that. But this top one, I think I have to do grates. This one a bit bluer. And all right, that's not that bad. Now I gotta get the doors, which I think I'm also gonna use like the oxidized ones. Just because, you know, I need a bit of contrast in here. So I think it kind of makes sense to get some blue. And this big door, I don't know if it'll be a problem, but it'll be a bit weird. Usually I do something like this with trapdoors, but copper trapdoors have a lot of holes in them. It doesn't really look great. Maybe do something like this instead. 1 second here. Maybe do something like that for the front. Oh, just copper blocks behind it. Looks pretty good. I think I gotta go around and add blocks behind everything here because these holes in the walls look pretty distracting, honestly. Unless I put an actual interior in there, which I can't really do with copper. But I'm actually really liking this for like just copper. All right, now I'm gonna go around to this orange part here and add just a bit of oxidization to it. Just the lowest level, I think. Maybe 1 or 2 of these, but just to bring a little bit of like texture to it, I think. Like just something like that around, which I think is pretty good. I think I really like that. Obviously, like slightly ruins the kind of clean look it had before, but I wasn't really going for something that clean. Just an idea here, 1 second. I think if I put trapdoors here, it'll kind of make the shape a bit more gradual. I like that. But yeah, it kind of ruins the clean look it had, but yeah, I didn't want the clean look anyway, so this is fine. But I actually really like that for like just copper. I think I need sorry, I just keep seeing a couple random spots that kind of bother me. Like this, I need like to separate it from the roof, so there's something like that. But yeah, I like that. Now it's time for the way harder part, which is going to be making this not look terrible. First up, I feel like this could use like a big window. I don't know why, since it's like kind of an industrial sort of building, like it wouldn't have a window like this, but like something like that, honestly. I like that shape. Hold up, wait a minute. I like that. And we'll do basically the inverse of this block palette. So on the inside of this window, something like this. And yeah, like come on, that's kind of fire. Like hold up, it's kind of fire. All right, so now I think I want kind of like a, I don't know what you call it, just like a roof coming off of here. Like a little cover on the side. Maybe one on the front too. I just need to break up this like big rectangular shape, I think is kind of like my next goal. I think you'll see what I mean in a second here. That looks terrible. Cool. All right, so I seemingly forgot how to build mid-build, which is pretty cool. There we go. I think that's kind of the slope I was looking for. So I'm just gonna build that again, covering this whole side. Let me put some kind of supports under here. It's kind of big though, maybe. I don't know. Maybe put another part of the building here. Like something here. Maybe a bit shorter for some variation. Yeah. Let me cook here. I think I got an idea. Oh yeah, that'll look good. That'll look good. All right. We're back. All right, I like that. Just a bit more stuff to the shape. Not bad. Now I just want some kind of thing in the front to break this shape up a bit, but I'm not exactly sure what. Yeah, I like how it's coming along. If I put anything here, then it like hits this obviously. So it has to be smaller. Maybe something like this. Maybe we should move it up a couple blocks, and that might actually solve every problem I'm having. Struggling a bit, but I'm liking how this sounds coming out. But yeah, a bit of a challenge. I don't like that. Now it looks too like in line with that. Oh my god, this never ends. I need something to break up the shape here, but I don't know what. I mean, maybe that. I don't hate that. It's not bad. Get a window here. Like, that's really not that bad. I kind of like this house. All right, I think what we're gonna do, well, first of all, I'm gonna put a couple more windows on the sides here and the back. We'll texture this blue part, similar to how we did this, so it's, you know, nothing new. Get some lanterns up and kind of just look at what we're working with, because like, I feel like we're getting there. Like, this kind of came together pretty quick, and I like the way it looks. But yeah, let's get the texturing in and stuff, and then we'll see where we're at. If you're enjoying the video, by the way, maybe consider subscribing, you know? Just at 50K, but the grind continues, and I appreciate it. Put a window back here. I don't know. I like the way it looks, I guess, you know? It's something. Like, wait a minute, bro. Like, why is this kind of fire? Like, all right, let's put the kind of like wear on this part. All right, I think that's texturing done. I really like the way this house is coming out. Like, come on, like, wait a minute. I like the shape a lot. All right, let's get this, like, platform in. I don't know. Well, I was about to say I don't know what I'm going to put on the crane, but copper, you know? Put copper on it. All right. I don't even know what else to add at this point. What blocks haven't we used? All right, got to put lanterns around still. Kind of forgot about that. Of course, using chains. The copper chains are so cool. They're probably my favorite, like, new copper block. Bit of contrast with the orange chain. So we'll do like here. I gotta really think what else I even want to add to this. Go chest around, I guess. Oh, maybe golems in the front. Lightning rod, maybe. Oh, wait a minute. It's like, like they're like on guard, you know? A lightning rod. I like that. I wish I could make a path out of something, but I don't know if copper really does that. All right, I don't know what else to really add. I'm gonna fly around. I'm looking for like spots that look really empty and terrible, and I'm not really seeing any. I'm add some grass around, of course, because I remove it before I build, so you know I can add it back. That's kind of all I got. Let's do a quick fly around here. I'm like really happy with this house looks. Like, I don't know. I feel like I really cooked here. There's nothing that I think is really wrong with it, especially for just being with copper. I feel like there's a surprising amount of like separation between the parts, a good amount of texture variety, all that. Kind of a banger. Let me know down below if you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing if you're not already. You know, like the video, all that, the classics. Join the Discord, discord.gg/rowannn. This house is dedicated to my patron Amelia. If you want a house dedicated to you, it's just $3 on Patreon. But yeah, that'll be it. And I'll see you guys next one. And of course, shout out to my patrons Aelic, Amirali, ThaMango, Luke D007, and Tommi. I appreciate your support. And yeah, see ya.